Hi, I'm Christine Chang. I have made a video before helping men choose which photos to use for their online dating profiles. Today, I'm going to make a video for women. 5 photos that you should use for your online dating profile. I think that in general, women tend to be a little more intuitive regarding things like this, but everyone's different. And you know what? I have heard complaints from men and my guy friends about photos that they like seeing, but also photos that they do not like seeing on online dating apps. Especially number 5. I'm going to go through 5 things. Number 5 is the number 1 complaint that I hear. Number 1 is a clear headshot of your face. This is obvious, of course. People want to see what you look like. Make sure it's clear and it is current. The photo does not need to be professional. It could be a snapshot. However, it should just look like a good version of you. I have a photography background, so here's a little tip if you're not familiar with photography and what's flattering. I think in general, what is more flattering is natural light. It's softer compared to flash. Flash could be a little intense. Also, with lens usage, wide angle tends to be not flattering when you are taking pictures, portraits of people. If you're using your phone, the default lens is a wide angle lens. If you have portrait mode on your phone, that is much more flattering. Number 2 is a full body photo. Men are very visual. I mean, to be honest, the first thing that is going to draw a man in on a dating app is how you look, and they want to see how you look. So post a full body photo. And again, this should be current. If you've gained some weight recently, that's okay. Post a photo of who would most likely show up if you were to meet up on a date. People want to know who they're talking to, and no one likes to feel tricked or bamboozled. So if you show up and you look different than you do in the photos, number 1, that's not a way to start things off because automatically you're a liar. The person's just like, this person is a liar. And 2, people just don't like to feel like they're being tricked. If you want to create a healthy relationship, you have to have a healthy relationship with yourself. And if you don't, maybe let's focus on creating that healthy relationship with yourself and healing whatever you have to. I don't know what that is for you if you have it, but if you feel the need to post inaccurate photos to hook people in, most likely you have some insecurities there. Number 3 is doing activities that you genuinely like doing. If you don't like hiking, don't post photos of yourself hiking. A lot of men do like doing things outdoors, but they want to know what they're signing up for. And also, if you want to create a healthy long-term relationship, you're not going to want to do things long-term that you don't want to be doing. So if you prefer sitting in a cafe and drinking coffee, post a photo of that instead. If you like staying indoors and reading, post photos of that instead. You don't need to come off as more interesting. If you like never travel and you took one trip because your friend dragged you on it and you actually hated it and you probably wouldn't do it again, like don't post a photo from that trip. Post photos of things that you genuinely like doing. Number 4, kind of already mentioned, but make sure all the photos are current. I think 5 years is about time when photos need to be updated. Or if you look different, like if you have drastically cut your hair and it's super short, there should be a photo of that. Like this is what my hair looks like right now. Or if you've gained some weight, make sure the photo's current. There is something for everyone. Some men like really skinny women. Some men love thick women. The important thing here is that you like you. And I will say, focus on that before trying to get into a relationship. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be completely healed. I don't think any of us are. But in general, you should have a good self-image and good relationship with yourself if you want to create a healthy long-term relationship with someone else. The last one, number 5. This is the number one complaint I have heard from men regarding photos on Instagram and also on the online dating sites. Stop using the filters. Or I will say, go easy on using the filters. I think the filters can be amazing in that they can replicate how you would normally do your makeup. I don't like doing my makeup all the time. I don't like having foundation on my face. It just doesn't feel good to me. So unless I have an event or I'm recording a podcast in studio or something like that, I typically don't wear a lot of makeup. But sometimes I can use the filters to replicate what I look like when I do put my makeup on. In that sense, I think filters are awesome. If you do not have a healthy self-image or relationship with your body and face, do not edit your own photos because you see yourself differently. It's almost like a distorted view of yourself. When men complain about the filters being too much, they literally will say, I got catfished. She looked nothing like her photos. That is when the filters are too much. Like when the skin is blurred to the point where you look like a doll. No one's skin looks like that. It looks like a robot. I mean, at the same time, think about who you want to attract. I'm sure there are some men that like that look, So if you like it and it looks like you, then you go ahead and do it. I personally, because I'm a person that doesn't like to wear a lot of makeup, I wanted to attract someone who felt similarly. And my husband, there's a name for it. Is it some kind of phobia of makeup, but he does not like a lot of makeup. He prefers me without makeup. And I like that. Because that's how I prefer myself too. And when I do makeup, I don't think it's overly heavy, but yeah, when he sees heavy makeup, he does not like it. So I did think about long-term because when I met him, I was looking to create a long-term relationship. So I was like, how do I show up as a great version of me, but it's authentically me? That is the goal. People want to see who they're talking to and who they're gonna potentially meet up with. So unless you're looking to catfish people, the photos should reflect that. It's like saving your own time too. Because if the photos don't look like you, that's wasting not only someone else's time, it's wasting your time too. I used to work at a modeling agency in New York, and I can't tell you how many of the headshots looked nothing like the person when they came in. We'd call and we'd like, oh, okay, this person looks like they fit the part. When they'd come in, I would not recognize them. And all I can think is, oh my gosh, you're wasting your time. You had to come all the way here only to be told no because it's not an accurate photo. It was way too photoshopped. I would love to hear from all of you. What are some things you love to see in women's dating profiles and what are some things that you can't stand? Share them below. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe. I'm also on Instagram and TikTok. The handle I will put below. And I also have a book. It is called Show Up, Finding Love for Independent Women, and it is available on Amazon.